He is doing stuff. He's so full of it. We've been doing stuff for like 3 minutes.
No, we haven't.
And now I forget my question. What were you talking about before?
ChatGPT.
Oh, ChatGPT. Okay, serious question for both of you. I want Mark's first and then Dave because you have more experience with it. When I ask the question, you're going to be like, okay, fine, you're right.
Go.
Do you think that when you talk to ChatGPT, imagine it's a person for a second. Just imagine it's, or they've inserted the thing into like one of those Asian robots that like kicks other people in the crotch. You sent me that video.
I did. I don't know if it was an Asian robot. It was
Just a robot. Okay, fine. Whatever.
I don't know what makes a robot Asian. But okay.
Well, everybody there looked like their
factory.
Yeah,
It doesn't
okay,
mean that
so
the
it looked
robot
like-
is
No, okay.
the
It looked like the video was taken somewhere in an
Okay.
Asian continent.
Okay.
We're definitely gonna have to cut this.
Yeah.
Or at least parts of it. We can use some of our clips. My question is: so if you inserted ChatGPT into a robot,
Yeah.
when Mark you type a question to ChatGPT, is it the same thing? Like, does it remember you? And then when I type, it's like talking to me.
Yeah.
Is it the same guy basically?
Yeah.
Is it one Oz character who just knows every question that's ever been asked? So I'm like,
By
hey,
me.
do you know Dave? And he'd be like, yeah, he's asked me some questions before.
No, it won't do that.
No,
How do you-
it won't.
Well, no, I'm saying, okay, it won't do that for like confidentiality purposes. But do you think if those didn't exist, it would know?
Well, I mean, that's how the learning model is built on.
Yeah, that's the whole.
But it's completely stripped of any identifying information. It can't use it.
But if it wasn't, would it remember you?
Yeah, so you can download
Your own
You
bot
can
would
download your GPT. So like you can download a GPT for your company, and everybody in your company uses it, and it can aggregate it because it can do whatever you want it to do, and it can stay within your
terrifying.
network and use everybody in the like. Well, yeah, but it is and it isn't. So imagine you have an office building of 1,000 people. That's a lot, and they're all using it, and it's monitoring all what they're doing. If you do that in a non-creepy way, and you bring everybody into the meeting room, and you say, all right, we've removed any identifying information from this, but it reads your emails, it watches your work, it does everything. Watch this. And in front of everybody, that way there's no untransparency, make our office more efficient. And it will tell you how to do that in a way where, and you can say, make our office more efficient without losing employees and optimizing workflow so that we can all have 2 more days off a week. So and you put that in, and it will do it. And you're like, and now everybody in the office has 2 more days off a week. You work a 3-day week. Like
I'm amazed by like the capabilities of it. Like when you told me that like you gave it everything in your life, and at first I was like, that's the weirdest thing ever. But like, then I was like, wow, what an amazing legacy that long after you're gone, hundreds of years from now, because I feel like you're gonna bioengineer your body to stick.
So
but like now you could ask him like, and it would be like you sitting here, like I'm gonna, if you ever go to space forever, like your dream is, I'm gonna get one of those robots and I'm gonna duct tape that that face in the
the
plane,
and twisted board face.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna do the.
Have you ever seen the twisted boards, Mark?
His old defunct
My
company.
old company.
No, I'm gonna use
The dry erase
just the
board
piece
in
of
the shape
paper
of my
that I had
face.
when you weren't here that
You'll
day.
see it on the Patreon next week.
Yeah.
All right.
But just the piece of paper that I had when you weren't here, I'm gonna duct tape it to the robot's
I have
face.
twisted boards you can have.
I don't want that. I just want the piece of paper. Okay. And then I'm gonna ask the robot questions, and it's gonna be you. But I thought it was a cool legacy, and it's like, then the other side of me is like, have we learned nothing from Terminator?
Yeah.
Have we learned nothing?
Yeah, no, Skynet's real. But I don't know. I love it because I use it to speed up. I keep the creative aspect of it and the thinking aspect of it, but I use it to speed up my creative process. So like, for instance, if I'm lasering some really complex part or tool, I can say, suggest other ways to do this. And it will, and then I still am doing all the creative stuff. I'm still doing the creating.
Yeah, it's just giving you a more efficient way to do your creativity.
And to be fair, I hire people all the time that that are artists and creators because I don't want to use it. So, for instance, I'm working on another project.
You have that human element.
So I'm working on another project, which will also be on the Patreon. That I'm lasering. You know those wood maps, wood relief maps of lakes.
Yeah,
where it's different layers of wood.
Oh
right?
yeah.
So like I wanted to do one for Mars, right? And so I go on ChatGPT and I'm like, help me create a layer map for the elevations on Mars, and it can. And it's complicated though, and I'm like, you know what? It's not giving me the touch that I need. So I hired somebody from Indonesia who did it for me and has done an absolutely amazing job. We've gone back and forth a couple times in a couple. However, like I just got an office action from the U.S. Patent Office, so I applied for another intellectual property, and I got their office action back, which means I didn't get it, but it doesn't mean that it's dead. It just means it needs to be fixed. The problem is that now I need a lawyer, right? Because you can file anything on your own, but if you don't do it right, and I thought that it was really, really good, except the U.S. Patent Office action was 26 pages. I'm like, no, and I don't. And I
please digest this.
I'm pretty smart, and I
didn't read.
I'm pretty smart, and I didn't understand a lot of it. Like I couldn't get it, and so I just uploaded the doc in ChatGPT and said, "How can I fix this?" That's all I said, and it did it, and it said exactly how to do it, and I'm like, and it says you probably don't need a lawyer for this, like, and I'm like, okay, and so, but part of me is like, I think I do, so I reached out to my law firm that I use for my patent stuff. They're $400 an hour, so it's like the email alone cost me $100, right? So, but I reach out and he writes back. He says, "I think you can do this on your own." I'm like, cool. Like I mean, I've spent so much money with him, and he's like, yeah, no, go for it. I think you can do it on your own. He says, if it gets rejected again, let me know. I'm like, okay, cool,
fascinating.
So, I mean, it is amazing.
I mean,
make a note, by the way, that I was gonna say cut this whole part of the pre-show, but I think we condensed this part of the pre-show and do like a little mini Patreon blurb-ish, because this has actually been a fascinating conversation, and it also peels the curtain back of who. Well, then everybody knows that you're Mars, buddy.
That's fine.
Cool. Well, Oz has been revealed. More importantly, forget going to Oz.
Where are we starting the pod?
No, you and I went to Spamalot, man.
Yeah, I know.
It was so fun.
That was fun.
It was, and Dry Toe, courtesy of Dry Toe. They hooked us up. They sent us Spamalot.
2 tickets, yeah.
Dude, look at us. Look at us, two handsome guys there.
Are ridiculous. Yeah.
You couldn't even see. You didn't have the helmet on fully correctly. But
that was fun.
The swords were cool though. I was gonna try to
that was ridiculous.
Stuff one into my pant leg. Yeah.
There's us in the theater. See, we're in the Mars pin.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I gotta see if they'll send me one.
Those two sharply dressed men.
Yeah. That was a great show. Great dinner.
It was funny. Yeah. They treated us to dinner before.
And before we jump into the pod, because this is the last part into it, is so after we went to that show, true story, I went back to school that Monday and the bell rang, and I sent this to you, Goose, to just plug into the pod. I
was
standing there. No, he can't, but do you want me to play it so you can? You've heard it before.
No, but give him the pause so he can play it.
Well, I did.
3, 2, 1, play the bell now, Mark.
So that sound right there.
See,
you know what? That was really good. That was a good interruption.
Thank you.
So that sound that everybody heard right there is the bell at my school the Monday after we come back from Spamalot.
Bring out your dad.
I literally was in the hallway yelling, "Bring out your dad! Bring out your students!"
You're gonna wake your child up.
And probably. And it was funny. Only one teacher poked their head out the door, and they were like, I was thinking the same thing. Everyone else was like,
I got some
Ted's
good,
gone.
Got
Ted's
some
lost
good mud right here. Yeah. Some good slop over here. Stacking mud.
A watery tart throws you scimitar.
It's not my king.
Yeah. So, only one teacher stuck their head. Everybody else was like, well, Ted's lost his mind. Didn't take him long as a teacher. Well,
Ted's lost his mind.
Should we make a podcast, buddy?
Let's do it.
Let's do a podcast. Welcome to Non-Professional Development. My name's Ted.
And my name is Dave. So as you can probably see, we are not your ordinary podcast. We're here to make you laugh on your drive in and home from work.
But we do have a couple rules on our pod.
Yep.
The first one's so easy. Teaching is fun. It's okay to laugh at yourself and all the funny things that happen during your school day. That's why we're here.
Yes. Next up, no negativity.
So, like rule one, this is a lighthearted show, not a gripe session. So, if we ever find ourselves or a guest being negative, we hit you with one of these buzzers.
And last, but super not least, between all the laughs, we want to make sure we give you some useful content.
Hopefully.
And we want to get some back from all of you too. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the episode. And welcome back to Non-Professional Development. I'm Ted.
I'm Dave.
Dude, another good week, man.
Yeah, it was a fun week.
It's a few weeks into the new year now.
Oh, dude, it's the home stretch. Once you get past winter break, it's like
The roller coaster has crested the hill.
it's like the all you gotta do now is get to that finish line,
That's right. Well, it's funny you say that. So I had
which is the warm weather.
yeah,
Because
that's-
once the warm weather hits, all school pretty much slows down.
yeah, it
Although
slams
I
into a
swear,
wall.
you and I like we do it right. Like you've seen I bring the dry erase board outside.
Yeah.
I have the kids carry it because it's it's 8 feet long.
Yeah,
and
massive.
I set it up against the side of the building, and they bring all their chairs out. And we teach outside, and we do the outdoor classrooms. We've done it under tents. Like,
Yep.
we do it. We are fun teachers.
Darn right we are.
Oh, it's a nice day. Let's go outside and teach. Like, what? Yeah, no, we're still gonna learn. Like,
Yeah, we're still doing
part of it.
We're doing our thing. And
Yeah.
and even the days where it's like we just build like a break in, those 3 letters, buddy, SEL.
Oh yeah, social emotional learning.
Yeah. I had a
teachers-
water balloon fight outside with and that wasn't the time when I came to your school. Another time we were doing like a team building thing.
Oh yeah, get this, Mark. So Ted brings a bus full of his kids to my school, right? This is your head's gonna pop, right? He's like, oh, why don't you bring your kids outside? I'm like, okay. And so like we go
Come
outside.
say hi.
His bus is there. His kids attacked my kids with water balloons. The
I had-
whole class.
I had 3
The
5-gallon
whole
buckets
class.
loaded with water balloons.
And
That's
my
awesome.
kids couldn't get back in the room because I had the key card, obviously.
I ripped the back door open.
They got soaked, but they had the most memorable time. It
was a blast.
And then we got to get them back. But like it was
because after they were like, all right,
you
fine,
can't-
you got us, come inside. He opened the garage door and they all had super soakers.
You can't imagine how much fun those kids had, and they didn't.
So good.
They'll never forget it.
No.
And those kids had spent the entire year together doing the EMT class, so they were working their
was
butts
good.
off. Like it was. That is the definition of social emotional
big
learning
time.
right there, man.
I did it.
Which I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like I make fun of that stuff all the time.
I do a little bit,
But
in
it
a
is
positive way.
It is
Yeah.
important.
Oh, big time.
Like
Well,
I
that's
mean, like
why-
kids need to like learn how to socialize and stuff.
My
It
administrator.
comes down to like culture is really what it
Right.
is.
And
And-
you're
and-
building a shop. You're building a shop culture, classroom culture
Right,
with
and
that.
attacking each other with water balloons is like the most
so fun.
harmless option you could possibly do.
It was so fun. Well, I was doing that outside in the football field, and like an administrator was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Team building," and like I thought for a second that the admin was going to be like, "All right, we'll wrap it up." They were like,
the kids are having fun.
they're like, if we could only have more teachers
Yeah,
like
kids
you.
kids
And I
are
was
having
like, I'm good at this somehow.
I don't know why this is like reminiscent of the latest Top Gun movie Maverick, where they're on the beach playing football, and the hard instructor comes and he goes, "What is this?" He says, "You have 3 days or whatever before they all have to go on this mission." He's like, "Team building." Like what? He's like,
Hey, man,
What a leader.
It's important.
It
what a
works,
leader.
though.
Yeah.
oh.
So speaking of, downhill
Maverick?
slope to Maverick. Speaking of Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
No, speaking of downhill slopes
type of a
to
letter.
warm weather. I had a really
Dear
funny
Maverick,
day.
not Tom
Oh,
Cruise.
next time. So I had a really funny day the other day because it was like 2 polar opposites, but like the same thing happening.
I really
And
wish I had a water balloon right now to throw at Ted. I just have that feeling, but keep going.
of like who's more dramatic.
Me.
And it's not a negative thing. It's not a bad thing. Yeah, definitely you. So I was standing in the hallway and like this random teacher was walking by and I could tell like they were just having a day. And
I
was
know
like,
that look.
yeah. and I was just going to let it go. So I was like, yeesh, they look like they're having a day. But then as they were
Were
passing,
they carrying a bidet?
no,
The battery powered bidet?
because then I would have felt better about
I just had to
letting
charge
them go
mine
on
for
their
the
day.
first time, by the way, Mark. It finally started. The charge started. I heard the motor go. "Wah." I'm like, ooh, my butt's not going to be clean today. God, gonna have to
So
use
this
the
teacher
paper.
didn't have that, but they had like binders under their arms, and I wasn't gonna say anything, but you know the look. They locked eyes with me. Their full, way around the corner, and I was like, oh, they want me to ask. It was just that look, and I was like, everything okay? And they slammed on the brakes, and I was like, oh, I'm in for a story. And they turn around, they're like, it's not. And I'm like, well, what's going on? Like, what, like, hit me with it. And they're like, you wouldn't believe it. I walked all the way down that hallway, all the way to the end of the hallway. Got my keys to the teacher's lounge to make copies. So I had to walk all the way back to my classroom to get my keys, to walk all the way back down the hallway to the teacher's lounge to make these copies, to run out of paper. And then I had to go to the main office and ask for more paper. And you know what they told me? And I said, don't. I said, right over there, go get it yourself. So I had to open the box myself, and then I had to go make my copies. And I was like, well, that sounds like a heck of a Tuesday morning. And it's not negative.
Wow.
So like I left, and like, but you could, and
Breakfast
this
of
is why
champions right there, Mark.
this is why it's not negative. You don't have to hit the buzzer. Because I was good with them. I was like, wow, like, because I could tell they were like,
Well,
exasperated by this
thing
whole
in
process.
my mind is their cup's full. They got a lot of other stuff going on.
But in like their whole prep period, like really was like, the teacher was like, my whole prep period
I got to be
was
honest.
walking to here, walking to there, walking to here,
So-
walking to there, and I didn't even get a moment's peace.
So to
and
be-
that's the part where I was like, I feel you.
Yeah, to be fair, like if,
I feel you.
like if you forget the piece. Like when I'm on prep period, like I need to get stuff done.
Yeah.
Like
So imagine you walked-
otherwise when class starts up again, I'm not like,
Right.
it's
So
not
imagine
ready.
you walked all the way to the other side of the school only to forget
To
your
waste-
keys at your desk to go,
yeah.
oh my God, I have to walk all
Yeah,
the way
that's
back.
bad. That's bad.
And like, so I got it. That's why it's not
Yeah.
negative. So like, I got it, but it was like, grand scheme of life, it's like, I mean, that sucks, but it's like, it's not like,
That's
you know,
bad.
like,
yeah.
so then, no lie, I walked back into my shop because I had been doing, that's why I talked to the teacher. I was out in the hallway doing something. I walked back to the shop, and one of my kids, you would have thought like the worst thing in their life happened. They were like all out of sorts, like almost in tears. So I'm like, what is going on today? I realized it was a full moon. It was like the wolf moon. And I was like, oh, that makes sense. We're not astrology people, by the way, on this pod, but it made sense. So maybe I don't know. Are we astrology people? Maybe. We're not, Goose.
So what was the kid's issue? Get to the point.
I'm working on it.
Don't work on it.
Stop being dramatic.
We have
dude.
you're
Me?
being dramatic. We have an
I?
entire hour plus podcast. We can take our time on stuff, and we have editors to get rid of the nonsense like that. Let me tell my story.
That wasn't it.
So I walk back in. The kid goes to me. I'm like, my God. I was like, is everything okay? She goes, Mister, you're not going to believe it. And I was like, did you have to walk to the teacher's lounge twice? Because if you did, I get it.
And load your own paper? Like,
And she goes, no. She goes, I work at a restaurant. I said, yeah, I know. She's like, but the flu's going around. I said, also, I know. And she's like, apparently, it disturbs customers if I wear gloves and masks while I bring them their food. And I was like,
Yeah.
yeah. I said,
especially the glove part.
yeah. I'm like, oh, I didn't say yeah. I'm like, okay. And she goes, well, I don't want to get the flu. And, these people at the tables be coughing all the time. I don't know if they're sick. So I took some gloves and a mask from shop. I said, well, that's misappropriation of equipment, dear. Don't take stuff from shop. And she's like, don't play with me, mister. And I was like, okay, fine. I could tell this is a big one. And she goes, and they weren't actually from shop the first day.
So like I get it.
And
so
that was her dramatic, and then after that, and she got written up at work for it, and that's why she was really upset. So again, I got it. It's not a negative.
So to your point, like I kind of see where you're going with this. I vaguely am seeing this connection, and it is interesting in a school day, in a regular school day. It is very interesting the behavior of adults versus the behavior of children's and the emotional roller coasters of adults versus the emotional roller coasters of children's. I would say
That's really where I was going with
I would
that,
say
yeah.
that the adults, they have their moments just like teenagers
Sure.
do, but theirs are fewer in between, and they're usually day long, whereas kids is 5 minutes and they're back to, they're on to something else, or they've moved on or whatever. And so it is interesting to see the brain development part of that. Because
you're right.
Because the kids that their brains aren't fully developed. Well, some of their adult peers, their brains aren't fully developed either. I mean,
that was close, but
it is interesting to see how some people handle stress. And I mean, we saw it in our previous careers. I mean,
right. Well, so I was actually gonna ask that.
Stress. Like,
do you guys think you're more like perceptive to picking up those kind of social cues because of
I don't know. I like to think I am, but I don't think I actually am. I'll tell you where I saw it most in our previous career, and even back when I worked on the ambulance, is car accidents. Because nobody plans a car accident; they just happen, and nobody. You can't. It's just a random snapshot time in that person's life, and it's an immediate amount of extra into their cup. So if their cup is full, that's too much. And so I would say that maybe 1 out of 10 car crashes, which is not that many, but 1 out of 10 car crashes, you had somebody that was in full blown, like
freak out mode,
emotional, like they have a lot of other stuff going on. And so it was interesting how peer police officers and peers on the ambulance became experts at dealing with that because they knew it. That we've all been there.
Well, I think that to be fair, that was Goose's question. Is like because of you and I seeing those.
I don't think I'm better at recognizing it. I'm better at dealing with it.
Yes, I think that's a fair. I think that's a fair answer. It's like I wouldn't have known when that teacher walked around the corner. Like obviously I knew when the student was because they were like already in like crazy mode. But they're also
that's another thing with adults. Adults hide it. And the kids
right. They're way better at masking it. Right. Like.
Some some students are. You're like, I would have never guessed. But
yeah, I think you're right. It's not so much recognizing it. It was only like as they were walking around the corner, like they just had a full thing in there. It wasn't until they actually locked eyes with me and they were like, I need somebody like that. I recognize that body language. I'm good at recognizing. You and I are both good at that because we teach at it.
I gotta take an inappropropriate break here and tell Goose a quick story, just because.
Please
apologize. I know this is
mark the time because we're probably going to cut this whole story.
No. Well,
I'm just kidding.
Maybe. So we talk about, Mark, how car accidents are completely unscripted. Nobody plans a car accident, so it just happens, and whatever happens. Well, I had a moment at the police department where somebody was leaving work at an adult entertainment place and was not wearing any clothes, and there were no clothes in the vehicle at all. So the person was driving naked, and the person got into a car crash, and then the person had no clothes at all. And so I arrive
this establishment.
So I arrive on scene.
I know exactly where this was too.
So I arrive on scene, and the person's in the car and should not be in the car. And so I'm like, and I go up to the window. I'm like, "Where's how'd that happen? That's not part of the crash."
Oh, wait a minute.
And so I'm like, I very, very professionally, I said, "Are there any clothes in the trunk that I can get for you?" And she's like, "No." And I'm like, okay. So it got more and more interesting. But that just proves that's, just like your parents always say, wear clean underwear in a crash. Well, I would say wear clothes when you're driving in a car. Like that's probably
Did you get like your rain jacket? Like your rain
jacket? And this was before,
or?
like I don't know about other states where other people are from, but almost every single car in Connecticut now has limo tinted windows, which is so dangerous.
Oh, big time.
But then I could see, all right, well, they're naked, no one's gonna be able to see. Oh no, this car, this was
no tints at all.
This was way back before all that. I mean, this is just clear windows. Like this person was just driving naked.
I'm you inspired me, not with that.
Their car.
Not with that particular story. Not with that particular story.
Good.
But you inspired me just in your response to that. And it wasn't, again, to be negative. It was just like, wow, what a day of the split of talking to an adult about what they're going through and about a kid going through. But I think to your point, and oh my gosh, some usable content. Just being able to recognize either whether you're an adult or a student, like when somebody's cup's getting full, like
Yeah.
I knew when that teacher like locked eyes with me, I was like, they need to get this off their chest.
Yeah.
And like to give them that 3 minutes, maybe. And I didn't talk to them the rest of that day. Like they went their way, I went my way. Like I hope that helped their day a little bit, like just to like scoop a little bit of that water out of the cup.
I love
and like
for our listeners if they can just put in the comments how they empty their cup. So,
Yeah.
So me, every single I drive home. There's no music. Like I drive home in a silent car. I'm like,
I have days like that.
but it works.
Yeah.
It works. Like
and it really doesn't matter what you do for work,
it
right?
really
Like,
does.
that's the,
It really does work though, because then you're not even worried about the other cars on the road. Like you're just chill.
So yeah. So like listeners, viewers, like how do you empty your cup? And you know, for me,
Positively.
In a positive manner.
Like, because
Wait.
you
our
could empty
comment
your
section-
cup.
Yeah. How do you positively empty your cup? But also, I think it's also like a moment of like I had the 2 minutes to spare in that day. Like,
yeah. Well,
maybe they're not. It's not somebody that I talk to in my building every day, but like I noticed that they needed that thing. So like, help your coworkers empty that cup, and it doesn't matter really what you do for work. You know, so help them empty that cup.
Yeah, man.
You know, positive stuff. Like, you know how you help other people too is if they're not good at taking care of their own stuff, you make them sign a power of attorney.
I'm feeling attacked because you have.
You want to tell the story?
Mark, we were playing Monopoly at my house.
And just so you know,
And-
spoiler alert, this story ends with I am legally Dave's power of attorney forever.
We had a bunch of people over. We were playing Monopoly as adults.
Yep.
Which
Thank you for that invite too.
By the way,
we're back
This
to
was
poker
long,
night.
No,
long.
this was
Well,
10
you didn't
years
even.
ago.
I don't even think you lived in Connecticut at this
this was
point.
probably
So
this was probably 10 years ago. But
Nope, I was in Long
so
Island.
so we were playing, and my spending got a little out of hand.
he was. Listen,
And-
he was
and-
buying stuff that he had no chance of getting
and
Monopoly
at
on.
one point, Ted, I couldn't pay him, and he said that he would be my power of
I had a
attorney.
lucrative deal for him,
And so Ted became my power of attorney for the rest of the game.
but it
And,
turns out the legal document that he signed.
oh yeah, we made up a piece of paper thing I
that
don't
I've
even know.
kept.
Like,
I have to find it. I think I
that
have
was
it
hol-
somewhere.
It was literally just a handwritten thing.
I'm gonna bring it on the
Should've
next
kept it
episode
in the
because I'm gonna
box.
find it. I kept it because it was funny.
It was pretty funny.
But now I hold this power of attorney over his head. So he's like, hey, I think I'm gonna go take this trip to Hong Kong. And
Oh yeah,
I got-
Mark.
I
I,
got-
think I'm going to be going over to Hong Kong.
so I said, well, I'd love to go. And he was like, well, it's a really expensive flight. I got some stuff. I said, well, I don't know if you should be making any sort of deals without your legal power of attorney. Lest I remind you, we go back to the last episode with medieval words. Lest I remind you,
is that a medieval word? Lest? I don't believe it is.
I don't believe
maybe
it.
like the 1600s. I don't know. Fine, revolutionary. I've skipped forward. I'm your power of attorney legally because I still have the document that signed over your legal power. I can't
know.
wait till that goes to
So Mark,
court one day.
I've been.
Do you know why I thought of that, by the way?
Why?
It's actually props to you because it's a really cool lesson. I think we're having a lot of like cool school lesson stuff, which is we need because we ate eggs last episode. We needed a rebound. We needed a
By the
school
way,
rebound episode.
I don't know about you guys.
I didn't
Well,
even
Mark-
put those in my trash
Mark-
can.
Mark
I brought
didn't-
those to an
So
incinerator.
Mark didn't eat it.
No, I opened the jar though for the record.
I'm not gonna.
We
like,
loosened it. We loosened
Dude.
it.
I don't know about you. I was very, very sick afterwards.
Well,
You
I only
were
took one
very
bite.
sick during the episode.
No,
Yeah.
like when I got home, like it was like I
Yeah.
was.
Well,
not
do you think it was
okay.
the chip egg combo?
I wasn't-
Or do you think it was
Yeah,
strictly
was it
just-
the combination
so,
platter?
So to be fair, like it's not like I had like there was nothing wrong with them. It just didn't interact with my body.
No,
right.
there was a
Like,
lot
it
of
was-
I don't know if
wrong
those
with them.
interact
It
with
was-
anybody's body.
It didn't
correctly.
have any date on it.
It was.
That's true. When I examined the jar before, I wouldn't even put that
Well,
in
I
my
mean,
garbage
it's-
can. I
it's-
snuck that into my
it's pure
neighbor's
vinegar.
garbage
It
can.
can't go bad. Right?
That's
Google
wrong,
does
dude.
vinegar go bad?
I don't
Listen,
think. While
I
he's
know
looking that up, I want to
science.
give you props. By the way, though, the reason I thought of the power of attorney thing and like the board game thing is because
See, vinegar doesn't expire. Done.
I don't know. I like ferments and
Float
stuff.
your
though. It's
float
weird.
your eggs in there.
listeners don't.
How come
take
they don't
his
have that at like the
advice?
the
Harmless yeast and bacteria, the mother.
But why don't they?
Oh, that's what makes it.
forms-
But why
The
don't like,
cloudy bits.
But if
anything just referred to as cloudy bits makes me unwell.
Slight browning or color shifts are normal, but can signal flavor changes. Note Kansas City State University.
notes of up dog?
What's up, dog?
What's up, dog?
Oh God, cut that. No, so the reason I thought of that power attorney thing is because I'm doing a lesson with my sophomores.
Oh, I know the lesson. It's a good one.
And it's creating.
I'm gonna guess it's based off of the Monopoly thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's creating like a dispatcher board game, and like
that's a fun lesson.
Yeah, it was so fun,
dude. So Mark, it's a complicated lesson on dispatch. There's like 20 or 30 something resources that we try to get the kids a little bit of knowledge on, like
because they're going to do it again senior year when they actually certify.
These are all the things that the dispatchers have access to, and then all right, here's a
just to clarify, you're talking like emergency services dispatcher.
Yeah, like a 911 dispatcher.
So like, okay, there's a car crash. Like, which resources from this board might you want to use? You know, like okay, well, we're going to use the DMV. We want to know about the car. We want to
check their license.
Yeah, and they're like, okay, now you're responding to a domestic violence call. Like, which resources do you want to use on here? Like, well, we should see if they have firearms. We should see if they have, so it's a cool. But it's a lot because there's so many resources.
Well, there's so many different scenarios.
So what we do is we make it fun. So we give them all that stuff. We give them all of those tools. But
it's like a web quest. They look up all the resources.
Yeah. So they see what they are. They do them all, and then we say who can create a board game based on this. So we bring out all the craft paper, all that stuff like that, everything, whatever, and they get to make board games based on, and they can do anything they want. They can use ChatGPT. They can do anything they want. But they create board games based on,
and then we play them.
Dispatch resources, and then they play them.
Yeah,
and it is so much fun. And the kids have a blast, and
they're actually
learning about it, and they're learning a lot. But I gotta tell you, that's something that I always kind of like poo-pooed. Like from an outside perspective, outside of teaching, doing arts and crafts. Come on, how much learning? No, it's huge.
It's
because
the most because it's also the conversations.
It makes it practical.
And it's also the conversations.
It's just relaxing. Who doesn't like cutting up construction paper? By the way, that's a sound effect.
When you, especially when you get a good scissor run, dude.
No, you can't scissor run construction paper.
Yeah, it's too thick.
You scissor run wrapping paper, not construction paper. Construction paper.
You got the wrong scissors.
Dude, what kind of scissors do you have, man? Friskers Ultra?
I love that you actually just named a scissor company.
Is it?
That's
but
insane.
is Friskers do they there's no way that there's a scissors that can easily run
the butcher paper, dude. I got a good scissor.
That's not
pull.
construction paper.
Oh, okay. My fault.
It's got a certain.
The one time on this podcast that I'm ever wrong. Okay, I was thinking
it's
butcher
got a certain
paper
weight.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay,
GSM they call it.
Okay,
they do.
Grams per square meter.
No, yeah, he's right.
I'm sure he is.
No, I
You're
do
a
marketing.
paper guy?
I do marketing for a living. So yeah.
No, all right.
I just
So
eat
you're right.
paper.
Construction paper, you ain't gonna get a good scissor pull. I was thinking butcher paper.
Yeah,
Which is essentially wrapping paper.
You
which
could
means
scissor.
It's not wrapping paper.
You could run butcher paper with a pencil.
Okay, I want legal advice on this.
You could do it.
Well, you're the power of attorney.
You could do it.
so-
That's true. I can just shut this down right now.
Listen, vinegar.
That's why he's on the pod. Because I was like, he's like, I don't want to do a podcast, and I was like, well, I'm your power of attorney.
Vinegar doesn't go bad.
How bad did you lose in Monopoly? To where you had to sign
So it was bad. It was bad.
So essentially, you guys you both teamed up at this point.
No.
I just lost.
That's collusion. I made him sign a legal document that said I will control all of his assets.
All of my purchase decisions had to go through my power of attorney because it was as if I had Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
So you lost.
Oh yeah.
Actually, no. By the end, he was in decent shape because I was a fair and
the
decent
fun thing
power of
about
attorney.
this, Mark, is that this occurred midway through the game. That's how bad this was.
Well, he was buying a lot of properties that didn't make sense, and finally, I had to consolidate down for him. So I sold some off. I got him back. He wasn't in the green by the end, but he certainly wasn't in his.
Fannie Mae wasn't knocking on my door.
Yeah, that's right.
Freddie Mac wasn't foreclosing on my properties.
That's right. That's right. So, but yeah. So
is it BlackRock? Is it BlackRock? BlackRock. They institutionally bought all my houses.
That's right.
Yeah. I couldn't even
so that's
afford
why
my
I
own
thought
rent.
of that. Though,
All the property values tripled.
So we're going to be playing our board games next week.
Oh, that's cool.
And
So I missed that lesson. That's a
Take
good
pictures
lesson.
of them.
Yeah, I will.
I missed that lesson. That's a fun
It was
lesson.
just fun, and I got like thinking about like the kids were talking about it, and then I thought about how to take
I
all
was
your
a power
property
attorney.
away.
Yeah.
But and you're right though, like just their conversations while they're making their
It's just
games.
fun. It's a fun day.
It's
The kids
talking about
remember it.
games, but
They
also
go home happy.
yeah.
Like,
but they're
that's what
talking
matters.
about what we learned. They're
That's
like
what matters.
like one kid was like, "Oh, I'm doing like chutes and ladders."
Yeah. Oh,
And I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
and he was like, and another kid was like, "Oh, like I'm doing, Risk." And it was like, and they got talking about why. So like
It's cool. Yeah.
the conversation was actually about the distance. He's like, well, because
I
I'm
saw
doing Risk
one-
because if we go forward with these systems, but it doesn't work. And he's like, well, I'm doing shoots and
one of
ladders.
my kids,
It's cool.
one of my kids actually brought in the board game of life, and then just
That's funny.
taped and wrote over everything. And so the car was a rolling domestic. And the car, every time it would spin, it would enter a new jurisdiction. And they had to solve. It was the funniest friggin'
But also
game
really
ever.
cool.
And that's a really good idea for a game. But it's like they like a kid gets kicked out of the car. They're like, what? And the peg falls out. Like it was so funny. Like
That's great.
One of the memories. Like I'm never ever gonna forget. There was not a
fantastic.
single kid that didn't play that game for the rest of the year. We played it all year. Like
And see, that's the thing is like you get to like
played it
keep
all
playing.
year.
It's funny. But
the
That-
game of
that's
life.
great.
I forget what he named it because he changed the name. It wasn't the game of life. It's like the game of hard knock life or something like. It was something like it was
That's
something
awesome.
horrible. And like he printed out pictures of like Snoop Dogg and like they were all over the game.
That's great.
It was the most fun. It was so much fun.
I challenged one of my kids.
picture was on the game.
That-
I'm
of
like,
course
that's
it
not
was.
fair. Like
I challenged one of my kids if they could make a Dungeons and Dragons version.
they don't
of
even know that
dispatching.
game. Well, from
one
Stranger
kid was
Things.
like,
Stranger Things.
"That's right," and I was like, "Imagine being the dungeon master." Like,
By the way, that
you knock on the door 3 times, and a man with no pants on answers and says, "What do you want?"
I feel like Stranger Things must have like singularly
Reignited Dungeons and
singularly reignited Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah,
I hope so because I've always been a big fan.
I played it once.
Not of Stranger Things, of Dungeons
so
and
I
Dragons.
played it once.
You don't like Stranger Things?
No, I do. I love the show. I watched the whole thing.
So-
I'm a nerd. I play Warhammer.
so
I've been
I
a Dungeons
played-
and Dragons
I
guy
played
for
Dungeons
years.
and Dragons once, and it wasn't for me. I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't. I maybe I
That
probably
actually,
didn't understand
it
it.
actually surprises me.
Well,
You
as
probably
I
didn't
said,
have the
maybe I
right
just didn't
campaign or the
understand
right
it.
dungeon, like
I don't know.
right?
It
right
was
dungeon
fun.
master.
Considering
It
you
was
just went
overwhelming
to
to me. The
to a
thickness of
crow
that
Wait,
book.
can
Party, though?
we do a mini campaign and I'll be the dungeon master?
That book was overwhelming to me. Like all the different roles and that you could do. And
Well, you
the
have to
things
pick your
could
own.
do.
Like you only pick one.
No, I know. It was
I'm
part of
gonna
it
3D
overwhelming
print you a piece.
people will dress up for it.
It
Like
felt
they
like,
get into
oh
it.
no,
yeah, it's cool.
listen, I'm a maker. Like
I know.
It has all of the hallmarks of Dave's gonna love this game. Dave, I don't know.
You're not good. Yeah, but you're not good with game instructions. Like I've tried to explain other games
Right.
to you.
Right.
I mean, you
And-
failed at Monopoly.
yeah. All right. I failed
sure.
enough that I need a
But
power
like,
of attorney.
I've tried to play other games with you, and like when I'm explaining the rules,
Who needs
he's
a
the
power
guy.
of attorney playing Monopoly? Like
That's insane.
Legitimately.
Yeah,
Like I should have actually hired a law firm.
I
It
was
that
your law
bad.
firm.
No. I mean like real, like an actual lawyer. Like it was bad.
In
should-
Monopoly, I am a real law firm. I passed the
He
bar.
has the piece of
Past
paper.
the bar.
Mr. Moneybag.
Is that
or-
legally binding? Actually,
I kept the paper just in case. I got to dig it out and find it.
is it dated?
I think so.
I mean, it is dated. Let's put it that way. Yes. It's-
It might
I
be
mean,
10 years old. At
I'm
this
just
point.
thinking though, like we should do a Patreon episode though of us playing
so
something.
Yeah, I
all
think
right,
it'd be fun.
here's that. I will agree.
Last
that-
thing, and then we're taking a break.
I will agree that I will not do it on the show, but I will agree to a Patreon episode of it only because it's not going to go well. It's going to take 80 hours. I'm going to be miserable. Like it's just not going to work. And so I don't want the non-paying public to watch that.
To watch you be
Cry.
Yeah.
To watch me cry.
Yeah.
On that note,
let's take a break.
You have docks in Borden and Old you need to keep safe from humidity and mold? Worried about your tools getting rusty from air that's wet and musty? If you have any box, bin, or cases where dankness could lead to stankness, you need a Dry Tote. Dry Tote is a reusable solution that keeps your totes totally dry. Dry Tote's uber dry silica beads can literally suck a shot glass worth of water right out of the air. Just a simple packet that totally sucks. Humidity, that is. And each Dry Tote comes with this little wetness indicator that tells you when it's sucked up all the humidity it can, and it just can't suck no more. Then you recharge it. No, Carl from North Dakota, you don't plug it in. You toss it in the microwave or leave it in the sun until that color turns back to blue. Dry Tote keeps your stuff drier than a Mormon bishop on a Sunday.
What the heck, hon? This isn't root beer.
Oh, hello. Oh, it's the Atacama Desert. You know, the driest desert in the world? They want their dryness back. But you don't need the Atacama deserts. You can get your own dryness at drytote.com. Buy them in packs of 5 to 50 and drop them in your boats, RVs, totes, bins, boxes, basements, closets, safes, toolboxes, ammo boxes, holes with foxes, camera cases, gear cases, and just about any places. Drytote.com. Keep your stuff a totes dry.
Okay, we're taking a break from our episode here to talk about our sponsor, Red Planet Resorts. Have you ever dreamed of swapping Earth's routine for the red sands of Mars? Well, welcome to Red Planet Resorts, your ticket to a luxurious, immersive Martian adventure without ever leaving your home. With a 26-month virtual journey, you'll embark on a 7-month interstellar voyage aboard the Starship Galileo. You'll spend a year at a high-end resort on Mars, and then you'll return for another 7-month journey back to Earth, all while enjoying cutting-edge safety systems, full medical suites, and gravity-simulating comfort. There's several packages you can choose from for your trip to Mars. There's a level A luxury suite. There's level B with your classic journey with a work exchange program. It's just really, really, really cool. Our resort destinations, we have several. We have Olympus Mons. We have Valles Marineris. I still don't know how NASA pronounces it. But we offer breathtaking landscapes, popular excursions like lava tube exploration, crater treks, and more. It's more than a virtual getaway, though. It's an ultimate disconnect, a way to explore and make your mark on human history. Hundreds of 5-star reviews rave about the perfect blend of relaxation, adventure, and imagination. One guest called it the perfect mix of relaxation and exploration. Highly recommend. So, are you ready to make your interplanetary travel a reality? Well, head to redplanetresorts.com and use the promo code non-professional-development at checkout, and you get 20% off your Martian journey today. Who says you can't be chasing your dreams just a little out of this world?
Welcome back to Non-Professional Development.
I'm Dave.
You are. We don't have to do that part again. We're just back from our break.
I am Dave.
At least you remember this time, because I feel like sometimes you forget.
That's true.
So before we move on, like we were talking about all this cool stuff that we'd been doing, like with the board games and stuff like that. And I got to tell you.
Please do.
So, this year has been kind of stressful for me.
I feel like for everybody.
Yeah, for everybody.
I feel like the entire world is like,
yeah, man, it's just
completely stressed out.
It's been stressful.
Like more than any time in my entire life. I feel like, can you Google that? Is
it's like stress up these
global stress levels over time?
Can they measure that?
They must.
Is global stress up right now?
Is that but like is global stress canceled? I don't know.
Yeah, like
currently perceived to be high.
Yeah, so people are stressed out. And I say that because, part of our podcast is, the majority of it is to bring people joy and laughs and like the jokes and stuff like that.
Man.
Some usable content like we were talking about today with the board games and some interactive stuff. But it's also, I think, sometimes like to relate, obviously to relate to our listeners, but also to give some hope. And so me personally, I've had a really stressful beginning of the year.
Yeah.
And honestly, on Friday, I had a moment that was awesome. I was standing in my shop, standing in the classroom, and I happened to have a new teacher with me.
It was awesome, by the way.
He's a great guy.
Yeah.
He's starting a new program like we have at a different school, and he came up to see how I run things. And
is it similar to like what you guys?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
And so I'm standing in my classroom, and he's standing next to me. And he said something after, but it was just a moment. Like, it was just like all like the world was like quiet around me for a moment, if that makes sense. And I looked into my computer lab area and I looked at my junior class and they were in there and they had up on the board, they had like the EMT practice test up and they were all in there laughing, but they were doing stuff and they were all laughing together. And then I looked out at my sophomore class. I had just assigned them to do something like in small groups so I could talk to the new teacher and kind of show them around, kind of just like give them stuff. And they were all doing it, but they were like laughing and they were all doing what they were supposed to be doing. And in that moment, every bit of stress was gone.
Oh yeah, if you look in and you have a perfectly functioning classroom and
but it wasn't even about being
awesome.
perfectly functioning. It was in that moment because I had been telling this new teacher about how amazing what we do is and what an awesome opportunity it is, and that it's your landscape to build. And like I felt in the morning when I was telling him all that, it was like, yeah, I have to tell him all this. And then there was just that moment. I was standing there and looking at the class, what I've built. And I remembered and like, seriously, I know it sounds cheesy, but I was like, I had a moment where I remembered what it was all about. And like, that stress didn't matter because it doesn't matter to any of those kids in that room. And it didn't matter to that guy who was standing next to me. And it didn't matter that stress didn't matter to anybody else but me. And if I let it go for just 1 second and see how awesome what I'm doing is and what an amazing group of kids I have, in that moment, I was like, oh yeah, that's right. That's why I do this.
Yeah. No,
and it was just a really cool moment. And it was right at that moment, the guy turned over and he goes, wow, you have great kids. And I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
But like honestly, like what that is a great testament to you. And like I'll circle back to culture. Like,
well, they're
like,
all, yeah.
You built that culture of kids.
By doing
kids
water
respect
balloons
you.
outside. And stuff
Yeah,
like that,
but like,
but it was like,
but
but it's still so easy to, we sit down here once a week and do this, but it's still so easy to lose yourself in the stress. And it's so easy to put yourself in the corner of the negativity button, right? Like, not down here because like we have fun doing this, but like
I
when
feel
you're
like this is for any job though. So
Yeah,
like imagine,
100%.
imagine you're
Absolutely,
imagine
this is any job.
you're an architect.
for sure,
Right? And
man.
you're in your architect office and you got a bunch of people working. Like, dude, when you look around, you're like, I did this. Like,
Yeah.
that's cool. You know,
But that's
like,
but
I don't know.
that thing
It's
is so
really
easy
cool.
to lose sight of. Though,
Oh, yeah.
right? It's like it's
Because
like
you're
when
always
stressed,
looking-
when you're
stressed,
going through the
you get
stuff
stressed.
when you're
because you're always
dealing.
looking at the next
Well,
thing. Sometimes
And actually, you
Well,
said
to
it
be
to
fair,
me. You said it to me. It's the 30,000 foot view.
Yeah, but no, it's because of responsibility. So
Yeah.
you know, the stress comes from knowing, oh crap, I'm responsible for all this and
Yeah.
all of these people. So like you take it out of the classroom and say, okay, I'm in this architect office, right? So I'm, like, yes, I built this, but you're also stressed like
Because you have employees and you have clients and you have all these things.
Like, it is very easy to get blinded by that, but
Yeah.
those moments of relaxation, clarity when everything's flowing the way it should,
Yeah.
and you can take a step back and be like, yeah.
And
like,
that's
cool.
I think, and
that's super
you
cool.
said that term to me, and actually, because it's that 30,000 foot view, and you have to remind yourself. But I think this is a cool reminder before we get back to the funny stuff. Is like you have to remind yourself as the adult in the room. When you talked about like the difference between adult and kid, like their problems, like 5 minutes will go by and it'll shift.
My problem
and
is
it'll be
I'm
gone.
always at 30,000 feet, and I'm like, I get frustrated.
Well, you got to get to 60,000
No,
feet,
I
then,
know,
don't you, buddy?
No, but I get frustrated like sometimes, like when like I get frustrated when like I'm like, why are we worried about that? That's minutia compared to the bigger picture, But
Right.
like for that person, it's not. Like that person's like, I don't know how to do this, and that works for our students too. So like in my brain, like this is the way the lesson's got to go. Like this is it. Like, but like if they don't know how to open the document, because it requires or whatever. Like if it's like, well, that is a problem for them, and the minutia does matter for them. And
Right.
so like you know, it's
so I guess it's coming in and out of that 30,000. Yeah. Instead of just staying there, it's like if you're trapped in the can't see past your nose view, you got to zoom out a little bit. But also if you're so zoomed out, sometimes you got to like bring it back in.
Yeah.
But like I said, the cool part was I had that moment where I was like, man, I know this has been stressful so far, but I don't want to, and I couldn't see myself doing anything else. So for our listeners, for our viewers, man, if you're having that tough day, you're having that tough time, zoom out, zoom in, go talk to somebody.
Eat some vinegar eggs.
Maybe that
vinegar
was it.
Vinegar doesn't go bad.
Maybe the vinegar
or
egg.
popcorn. I love popcorn.
Wasn't that?
Do you have any popcorn? Because I would love some.
No, he doesn't have popcorn.
No, we got
delicious.
popcorn. The other people who live here do like popcorn. I just don't. I just ban it from the property
on top of it because
Well, you know what I want to do?
Patreon about popcorn, about how they make it and how it's made, and we could make.
They have a whole Discovery Channel show called How It's Made, and they probably do popcorn on there. We don't need you for that
popcorn.
Well, while Goose is looking some stuff up, instead of let's do something different this episode, boys. Why don't we do something different? Instead of me doing a new Ted's Time Machine, I would like to do.
Thank God.
Oh, there'll be more.
No.
There'll be more. Don't you? You haven't escaped yet. I went to school for a long time in that district, and I got a lot of weird things that happened.
Ted was held back 18 times. He's 34 when he graduated.
I really only have a third grade education.
Yeah. Considering we're only just almost 2 weeks into January, let's do a recap of 2025.
Yeah, let's do for new listeners, if you're not going to go all the way back, if you're new to the show, we do Ted's Time Machine.
Oh, Lord,
let's go back and let's do the top 5 2025 Ted's Time Machine. I'm going to start at 5.
Are these top 5 in the sense of the response that we gave, or top 5 in the memories of you?
I'm going to go top 5 in your guys' responses. And I love that, actually. And I think it'll work.
I think that's
because as I go through it, you guys will have visceral reactions.
My head's
to
already
it anyway.
Gonna pop.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to make it.
So here's how we're going to do the segment to get through it in a way that doesn't make anybody ill. Is I'm going to quickly go over what the Ted's Time Machine was, and you guys will have about 5 seconds to recap it between you. I'll be quiet, and you guys can recap it, and then I'll go to the next one. So number 5 on the list of Ted's Time Machine for 2025 was called Jump for Your Life.
I don't remember what that is.
And so at my school, when I was a kid, we had the American Heart Association Jump Rope for Life.
That one. I remember it now.
And you had they brought all the third graders down to the gym and they made us jump rope until the last kid was standing and they got a free jump rope.
It tortured these children.
You guys didn't do that?
That was one I did.
You did do that?
I did do that one. Yeah, my school did that.
I remember that.
It was great. It was actually a fun day.
God.
I do support that one.
Any thoughts on?
Yeah, I feel like it's child abuse.
Yeah.
What's the difference between that and doing the physical fitness test?
How far did you make it in the jump rope for life? Did you make it to the end or were you kicked out?
No, I made it to the end.
You got a free jump rope?
Yeah.
I didn't get a free
I probably still have one.
You got to bring your jump rope for life.
I remember the last time
your mom actually would have that. Like a
do you have a jump rope here at the house?
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
we should go jump rope after this.
I can't remember the last time I
jump roped.
You definitely don't know how to jump rope.
Let's do it.
Okay,
dude. I used to do the double jump.
What?
Double unders?
The Matrix.
I do that at the gym all the time.
The Matrix. What?
No, I'm talking
double unders. You swing the rope twice.
Well, I could do that too. But
I can do that one.
I'm talking double
dutch.
I can do that one when
you can double dutch.
I can do that one where you swing the jump rope on the side of you and you're not actually jumping. I can do that one.
Just jump along with it.
Yeah,
that's not it.
You don't.
Anyway,
all right, number 4 on the list. This one, I don't even know if we released this episode. If not, we can recircle it in the summertime. Number 4 on Ted's Time Machine was bus evacuation drills.
So
you guys remember that?
I did this one. I do remember that I did it at school, but I also remember that was a good episode because I remember how it triggered us to figure out what's the fastest way you could actually get out of a bus.
Our own bus evacuation.
Well, so from what I remember, also, yeah. So we did talk about doing it, like reenacting it, and then filming it and coming out with like the fastest way to get out. But
All I can think of is Chris Farley on the bus, like
No, hold on. But I vividly remember the length at which Ted's schools did them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It was crazy.
I did it once.
Like,
Oh, they did them. They did them
you
once
did
a quarter.
you did them like through middle school though, didn't you?
Oh God,
Oh, all the way up to 8th grade.
I remember doing it once.
And they got 2 kids. The kids who were in the back, they had to jam the door open. They got out and they helped you off the bus. So my middle school bully was responsible for safely getting me off the bus, and I had to trust that he wasn't going to drop my hand and let me face plant.
Oh well, no, I wouldn't do that. That's not nice.
Yeah, but you weren't a bully. A middle school bully probably would have.
Number 3.
Certainly was
Number
not.
3 on the list. Everybody probably did
getting
this
worse.
when they were
This
in
is not a good
school.
idea.
And in fact, actually, at one celebration we were at, I do know everybody did this when they were in school. At least if you were in my generation, was square dancing
Oh
in
my
gym.
God, did not. Never.
Definitely did not do that.
Definitely
one.
did not.
It was a real thing, though.
Both my
listeners
parents-
and viewers, if you had to square dance when you were in elementary
Both
school,
my parents said that they did that, but not me.
and
We're talking like no.
no, but there was younger people at that celebration too who said, "Oh yeah, we did square dancing."
Yeah, I know.
So
That's
they took
ridiculous.
3rd grade me and they said, "We know how to make your day better. We're going to make you talk to a girl. And not only that, you have to square dance with her in the middle of the gym to
I remember looking
Cotton
up
Eye
those.
Joe.
This is horrible.
That's not square dancing.
This is horrible. Ted's Time Machine is a horrific segment. This is just
It's a great segment.
traumatizing.
That
what
is
it
not square dancing.
Number 2
It's
on the
traumatizing.
list is
It's getting worse.
one of my favorite ones.
No, which means that's one of my worst ones.
Yeah. What's one of
it's
the ones
based
that,
on
that
reaction.
didn't happen to anyone?
It's based on the reaction.
Go ahead.
Right.
Go
So
ahead.
number 2 on my list was one of my favorite ones that we covered in 2025 because you guys lost your gourd
What is
over
it?
this. Is how my elementary school was the home to 2 wild peacocks.
Dude, that one, like,
Jack Jachter Elementary
I
School
still can't believe
in Colchester,
that.
Connecticut housed 2 wild peacocks, and they were not only homed there, but they were
Can you
also the
imagine
mascot of the
maintenance
school.
department there? They're like, ugh.
didn't
gotta-
you lose one?
I think one of them passed. And so it was
Yeah.
one peacock.
guess
So
the
did
birds
the mascot
there were
like,
there
logo
were
change?
days we weren't allowed to go out to recess
Birds
because we still had the metal reflective slides, and peacocks are like super aggressive to themselves, so that if the one was out there fighting itself on the mirrored slide, we weren't allowed to go out to recess.
Why would they put mirrored slides out?
Because it was it was the late 90s, man. Like
Oh,
you didn't
no,
have you didn't have the really
I'm sorry.
hot mirrored
Hey,
slides when you were a
I
kid.
want to go home.
I'm talking. I thought I did not think about a physical slide. I was thinking just like a reflective something.
No, like the metal. You didn't like
Yes,
the
no,
metal
I know what you're
slides they had.
talking
when
All
you were
I can
kids.
think of is
So if
like,
a peacock was out there fighting it, they wouldn't let itself in the
Mirrored
metal
shoes.
slide. It wouldn't let
So peacocks are like beta fish.
kinda like if they see a mirror of them, like they'll attack.
I want to
the
go
mirror.
home.
So that's why they put their feathers up.
Yeah, yeah. That's what it's called, like peacocking.
All right, let's go. Let's go number 1.
And number 1,
I think I, know what
already
this one
don't
is.
like any of this.
and number 1, Ted's Time Machine, the best one of all time. It'll never be topped.
Hang on, let me think if I can guess it.
It
These
only
are
happened
all
to me.
horrible. These are all, it only happened to you.
Yeah.
Well,
These are all horrible.
Yeah.
These are all horrible. The Scholastic Book Fair. No, we all had.
No, that one's a great one.
We all had
That-
that.
Number
that
1
was
on the
great.
list, Ted's Time Machine 2025. Listeners, please go back and listen to this episode because it's a great conversation.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Is
it is.
when I was in kindergarten and in 1st grade when they made us do Swish.
oh,
you remembered it halfway through. So bad.
yeah.
So
the
Dave's laughing. So they made
pink,
me
bright pink, like
Yeah.
looks like cleaner.
pure fluoride.
Yeah.
So I got dragged
Swish,
out
right?
into the
Swish?
hallway in kindergarten and in 1st grade, and the nurse would come by and give us small little cups
And you
of
had to do it?
mouthwash. If you're, I think you had to, unless your parents like signed you out of doing it.
I'm not gonna lie. If I saw you across the hall from me, I would do everything I possibly could to make you laugh and spit that out of your face.
Well, speaking of that, buddy,
No, I would. Like,
I know.
think about it. Like if
you don't realize
But can you imagine
the transition
spraying,
you just did.
Can you imagine spraying fluoride in this some other kid's mouth? Why? What is this?
You just made the transition of a lifetime. So first of all, Swish was the number 1 2025.
sure.
Hold on. 2025
Oh God!
Ted's time machine is I had to do fluoride rinse as a kid in the hallway in kindergarten and first grade. Listeners, if you've been with us for a little while now, if you had to do that, please let me know.
Are we reenacting Swish into these cups?
No, we're gonna do something better. So we're gonna end the episode today. We're gonna play a little game called Try Not to Laugh.
Oh God, I've seen these clips on the internet. This is not gonna go well.
Probably not.
Wait. Time out.
I'm just having a sip of the water.
What's the rules here? Because I see these things on the internet, and it's two people sitting across from each other.
Yeah.
And somebody's like, whatever, and they got to try not to laugh.
Yeah.
Right? And then they inevitably don't, and they spit the water in their face. But here's my thought. Like, why don't I just spit the water in your face? Like, how do you determine a winner? Like, there has to be a penalty. Like, so if you spit the water out, you lose. Yeah. But there's got to be a significant punishment so that like you're trying to literally not do it.
Well, we'll think of the punishment after. There'll be a significant.
No. Because like otherwise,
I got rid of the quail eggs.
Otherwise, you're just gonna spit water in my face.
No, I wouldn't do that.
I don't know.
I wouldn't, because it's a game of honor as well.
Yeah, that's true.
And we'll think of the punishment.
Well, I'm not gonna wear. I'm taking off my hoodie. By the way,
what
I got a new
heck?
shirt. Mark, you see this?
Remember who you are.
Remember who you are. And it said Tyrannosaurus Rex over a chicken. Remember who you are. Yeah.
That's from The Lion King.
No.
Well, yes.
Whatever.
That's when Mufasa came to Simba.
Yeah, but
now it's a Tyrannosaurus over a chicken. I love that.
Yeah, thank you.
It's a great shirt.
TikTok shop.
So no, it's a game. So this is a game of honor. I've already set it up. So Mark has been tasked with getting ridiculous admin
part of this planning. This sounds like a bad idea.
because my name's first on the show. So
bad.
Mark was tasked with compiling a list of absurd admin requests.
This is gonna be such a bad idea. I'm already laughing.
Ridiculous parent complaints.
I think the word that was used was outlandish.
Outlandish parent complaints.
We can't do
and ridiculous things that kids say. And
I'm already laughing.
we're gonna see
This is not
what
okay.
happens. So we have to get our mics out of the way. You have to put some water in your mouth.
Wait a minute. Whoa.
Too late. It's too late.
This is not okay. I'm gonna laugh just looking at you. How much water did you do?
You can move your mics in. It's not going to do anything.
Are they waterproof?
This is delicious.
Because this guy's gonna spray me with water.
It's fine.
This is delicious water. Deer Park, 1873. It's a long time ago.
All right.
That water's old. See, it must be vinegar.
Some of these. Admin will be doing a surprise observation, but please be prepared. Could you smile more while enforcing consequences? My student says they don't like their seat. Can they choose where to sit every day? My child doesn't respond well to consequences. Please use incentives only. Admin, we love your boundaries. Could you please remove some of them? Several students reported your class felt long. Please address them. We're looking for consistency, so please individualize instruction for every student in the same way.
I need new water because it's warm.
The funniest one so far was I forget the other one, but it was
When it started, it was good.
yeah.
Looking at you is making it really hard, though.
We're implementing a no email policy during the school day. Please respond to emails promptly. Your lesson was excellent, but next time try teaching it without speaking so much. Why does my child need to read a book written before TikTok existed?
The funniest part was your lesson was excellent. Your lesson was excellent. I almost lost it already.
Yeah, that would go.
Shoot. All right.
Parents are concerned your students are too quiet. Can you encourage more joy without increasing volume? Can you rewrite your entire curriculum so it's more fun, but also rigorously aligned to state standards, culturally responsive, data-driven, and finished by tomorrow morning? My child says they were confused during math. I don't think confusion should be part of learning. My student feels targeted because you ask them to follow the same rules as everyone else. Why were your lights off during prep? Were you hiding your responsibilities? Can you supervise lunch duty, hallway duty, and dismissal while attending this mandatory meeting? Final feedback.
New water. Hang on.
New water. It's getting warm.
That water's been in there a long time. It's not going to be good.
Final feedback. Great lesson. Next time, try teaching it with less talking. There's a lot of these. Hold on.
We're good at this.
We are good at this.
We've also been
I just
making
generated
each other
more.
laugh professionally for 15 years. I would have spit my water out of Ted's time machine.
I'm out of water. All right.
It was actually funny that we didn't get soaked. We'll have to come up with
It
different
did
ones.
just generate hilarious things students would say.
Nah, we'll come up with a better one.
Here's what I want to do.
Ted's out of water. Oh, I could do it, though.
No. Here's what I want to do.
Them.
What I would like is viewers, listeners,
Oh,
you
yeah,
write
yeah.
into us.
Yeah.
What are some absurd, ridiculous
Make
things?
us laugh, and then
make us laugh.
Mark will
and
take care of it for us.
Any listener that makes us laugh, maybe we'll send him something. That made him laugh or die. Listeners,
$4.99 value.
listeners, send in to us.
That was $4.99.
Send in to us your ridiculous admin requests, things parents have said to you, students have said to you. We'll read them live on the show. We'll see if you can make me and Dave laugh. But on that,
That was a good pod. That was funny.
that was a great podcast. We will see you guys next week. Next week, we got another episode coming at you.
Yep.
Like I said, we
Episode
have a lot
42.
of a lot of stuff coming at you. Episode 56 is in the books.
Yeah.
We got a lot of stuff coming at you. We got Patreon coming up. We have new things coming your way. We can't wait to see you. Until next week, my name's Ted.
Not Ted.
Not Ted.
Not Ted.
That's Dave. This is Non-Professional Development. We will see you guys next week.
Boom.